Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and this is lunch break for Thursday, June the 9th. So welcome! If you are here joining me, give me a hello, let me know that you are here, and we will get to some crafting in just a moment. So I am just going to get this up on the other device here, so I can see your hello, and we can visit while we craft. I have, okay, little sort of, well, I don't know whether it's an interesting story, but it's a story. You know, I look at stamp sets in the catalog, and there's some that are often on my wish list, and I don't get it. And then eventually something happens and I get it. And it's like, oh my gosh, why did I wait so long? This is such an awesome stamp set. Anyway, that's the story of today. The stamp set that, the primary stamp set that we will be playing with is called Oceanfront. And it was in the January to June catalog, and I didn't order it, at least not right away. And then when the new annual catalog came out and the Heron Habitat was in there, I thought, oh my gosh, I love that. And I had to have that. And I thought this one would pair beautifully with Oceanfront. So I ordered Oceanfront. But you know what? You don't even need them both. Oceanfront on its own is an awesome stamp set. At least I think so, and hopefully you will. But let's play with it. So I am going to move the camera down to the crafting space and we will get going. I have a cat over to my right here. He's kind of hovering on my chair. I was like, I don't know what you're doing, cat, but don't make trouble. I'm live. I don't think they know or care. Okay, here we go. Oh, there goes the other one. Yes, cats, kittens. Let's see if I can get this to flip. There we go. Okay. So it kind of looks like Donna's here, Lorna was here, Lorna and Donna. I'm not certain. I don't see comments, but I have little bubbles with pictures that make me think it's you guys. But anyway, I don't know, why is this so crooked? Okay, when you know all else fails, change the easy thing. Okay, so we'll just put that down like that, and then hopefully that will be straight and I won't be showing you everything crooked. Well, I don't know. That doesn't look very straight over there, does it? Okay. I'm going to just shift it a little bit. And then we're just going to get going. Okay, so the card that I made, trying to figure out what to do and how to do and all that jazz, is this one. Oh, I need to move this over or I'm going to be out of camera, I think. So hopefully that's in camera. Maybe up a little bit. There we go. That is the card that I made this morning. And I'm looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, how peaceful, how serene, how lovely, how excited am I? Anyway, that's the card. So I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to show you how I did this. Hi, Donna, welcome. This is just, it really is an easy card to create. It's stamps and ink and paper, and that's it. There's no die cutting. There's not a lot of layering. It is really super easy to create. It does, however, require a number of stamps, which is awesome in some ways because look at all these toys you get to play with. So I have them all mounted here and ready to go. There we go. So lots of stamps, and then along with that, fair number, oh, I think I'll use this for my sentiment, fair number of colors of ink. So I am going to use Balmy Blue for the sky, and this paper right now is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I have left it large. I'm not sure whether it would have been better to trim it or to stamp first and trim later, but clearly at this point we are going to stamp first and trim later, which is what I did on the first one. But I'm wondering, you know what, I might be able to, changing my mind, sorry, I'm going to cut it first. So I am going to cut this down to 5 inches by 3 3/4, and then that will give me some space for some sort of layering, thin, thick, something or other. We'll figure that one out as we go. So there is a smaller version of the cardstock I had just showed you. So back to the sky. And this stamp is very textured, so you get that very mottled, marbled kind of look to things. So I'm going to go close to the top with this and just stamp it down. I don't know that this stamp has a top and a bottom, but I put the lighter part. Oh, that's very different from the first one. I'm not entirely convinced I got that quite right. It looks a little odd, perhaps. I think I forgot to push because there's still a lot of ink on that one section of the stamp. Maybe I will try that again. just because. Oh, sorry. I had some stuff on the back of this that I had tried that wasn't working, so now I have to cut my next piece of cardstock. Okay, so I thought I was highly organized, but you know, that would just be highly unusual, wouldn't it? So, welcome to my real world. And there's a lot of stuff here. I think I have everything I need for today all around me, but there too, time will tell. Okay. Part of the problem is my ink pad is very, very juicy. So I get a lot of ink on and move it around. Okay, we'll put this right about here. And this time I will be a little more careful. It's a relatively large stamp, so you do want to make sure that you do push everywhere on the stamp. There we go. That is more like what I thought I was after. Okay, so there is some balmy blue for the sky. Next we have the middle, and I have used soft sea foam for my water. You could do, we could do it with Pool Party too, to make it light blue reflecting the sky. Shall we try that? I just have to figure out where my Pool Party ink is. It's right here. I had put it in a box because I was going to take it upstairs to do some stamping, but then I pulled it out because I had been playing with it down here. Let's give this a try, and if this doesn't work, well, you know what? We do have another side of the paper, and we have more paper. So, inking this up with Pool Party, and then you're just going to come in right. You kind of want to touch your sky a little bit, just so you don't have a white gap in between. If you end up with a white gap, a little bit of marker or blender pen or something along those lines would certainly fill it in and clean it up. But look, we didn't get a gap there, so we're good. Okay. And then I have crumb cake for my sand or beach, or depending where you are. Okay, and again, I'm just going to come in with this one, put it right along the edge of the water, and press down. Okay, there we go. And then from there, you just add a sentiment and decorate. Now, we have all these little guys for decorating, but since I did this one just with the Oceanfront stamp set, I didn't show you that, did I? This is the stamp set. So we used sky, water, sand, and then we have all these little plants and sand and stones and stuff. There are some rocks that I did not use, and they're still in the case. I don't even have them mounted, so we won't use those, but you could. But I was thinking, since it was the heron habitat that kind of led me to all this, that I would put the heron on this card. So hopefully my water and sky are not too dark, but let's give it a go. You know, when in doubt, just try, right? See what we get. So here is my heron ready to go. And when I've done him in the past, I've used Smoky Slate for him, and then I've added some Night of Navy to make him a blue heron. I was thinking today, just to be different and to see how it looks, I would add some Starry Sky, which is a dark blue, but not quite as dark as Night of Navy. So we'll just get him. And to add that, I am, come on, baby. A little trouble closing that notepad. There we go. I am just going to use my sponge dauber, and I'm just going to kind of touch a few areas just a tiny bit. And then we are going to put him right, I'm going to put him down a little bit because I can add some more land, some sand and some things with this other stamp here. So I've got to make sure I didn't have any around the edges. Hopefully he doesn't have any halos. No, he does not. Okay. Now the only other question is, can you see him well enough? He looks, he could have been done with something a little bit darker, but we'll continue. So now that I have done that, I know that I want some more crumb cake to give him some sand to stand on it. And there's just the smallest halo there, but that's okay because he's going to stand on some of these sand bits, and that is just going to fix it all up. What is that I have on there? I have no idea what that is, but maybe we'll go right across with this. I hope I've left enough room for a sentiment. I was going to stamp the sentiment right on there. I may need to put it on a piece of paper if it doesn't fit, but anyway, to be determined. Okay. So then the other thing is just to add in some grasses or some bulrushes or something along those lines. So we could do maybe this first grass and maybe this. There is a bulrush guy in here. Maybe I could do tall and small on this. I didn't mount this one. I didn't think I was going to use it, but apparently plans change. Okay, so we're just going to toss this guy onto here, and I'm going to use Garden Green and Crumb Cake for my grasses, and I will show you how I do that. So I'm going to ink this up with Garden Green, okay, and then I'm just going to grab some paper towel because this is super easy to get off of here, and I'm just going to wipe off the green from the top of that bulrush, and then I'm going to take my crumb cake sponge dauber in my crumb cake, double check that, and I'm just going to dab that onto the top. And actually I have sometimes also done that onto this bottom bit that's just a little bit more sandy landy kind of thing. So anyway, there we go. And we'll just put this guy right in here. There we go. And I think I am going to do the same thing with these smaller ones. And again, I'm going to take the green ink off the top of these and sponge dauber in some crumb cake. I don't know whether you've done this kind of stamping before, but I love it. It's such an easy way to add a second color of ink, and that just kind of adds to your stamping, I think. So there we go. Put that down there. There. Okay, so here we have our heron. He's a little bit, I may need to redo him. He's just it's a little bit hard to see. Actually, when I see him on the paper there, he kind of shows up, doesn't he? Maybe he's okay. Okay, Mr. Heron. You might stay as is. So then I was thinking, because I grabbed Starry Sky for my background layer, I thought I would stamp the sentiment with Starry Sky. And I pulled out Just a Note. Excuse me. This is from the Go-To Greetings. Just a Note, this middle-sized one. So there's large, medium, and small. I suppose I could use a small one, but that looks pretty tiny. But will this fit? Real close. I should have had it up just a little bit. Maybe I could put it right in here, because then you will see it on the sand. It's fairly dark ink. Let's give that a try. We'll give it a try, see what we get. If we don't like it, we're going to cover it up. There we go. I think that works. Alrighty. Okay. So, there's our card. I'm going to close this up. Well, that's not our card, sorry. There's our picture. How's that? And I'm just coming in with my Stampin' Scrub here. Just, you can here. Do you want to watch? Do you want to watch me clean stamps? Just because I'm going to use some of these for my next card, so I want to get the ink off of them, so we don't have mixing of flavors and colors and all that jazz. Sorry, this is not the exciting part of lunch break, but it's a necessary part. So I hear my cats running around upstairs. I have no idea what they're getting into, but, you know, kitten play. The big joke between Steve and I when they get rambunctious is, you know, we had always planned to have two, but one of the ladies that he worked with, when he was telling her how busy Oscar was as a kitten, she's like, "Oh, get a second. It'll calm them down. They'll have each other to play with." Yeah, that was that was a bunch of malarkey, as they used to say. Did not calm him down, and so now, you know, Oscar just teaches Felix all the tricks, and sometimes Felix teaches Oscar the tricks, and sometimes they just run around and wreak havoc. But anyway, they are fun, and as we always say to them, it's a good thing you're cute. And they are. Okay, so that was the first one. I'm not going to make it into a card right now, partly because I changed the colors, and I don't have... I was going to do something different with the sky. And anyway, no, I wasn't going to do something, I don't know. Anyway, I changed the colors. I don't have... Well, maybe I'm okay. If I do this, this was the thought. A little bit of this, and then on to blue. But I'm not positive. In any case, I'm going to leave it for now because it will be very similar to that other one. So I want to show you... Oh, I know what I was going to add to this guy, though. So just before we leave this, this is, again, Heron Habitat. Here's some birds. I was thinking on this one. That's why I was wondering why I had the basic gray ink. I was like, I wasn't going to use that. I was going to use Smoky Slate. But the basic gray is for some birds. So I was thinking we would just put some birds in the sky. There. Just to kind of, you know, finish it off. Add a little bit more to our scene. I like them. I like those birds up there. Okay. So now the picture is finished. And we will move on to the next one. I want to show you something quite different with this. So this time what I am going to do, bring in some stamps. So I'm going to stamp, this time I'm going to have a sunny sky. So I am going to stamp this one, this top one. Just kind of figure out which way I want it to go. I want it to go this way. I'm going to ink it with Daffodil Delight, which is a beautiful sunny yellow. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is bring in Pale Papaya. So this time I'm just going to very lightly kind of touch at this to lighten the daffodil. I don't want to completely remove it the way I did when I was adding the crumb cake to the bulrushes, but I do want to remove, oh sorry, seems like there's a lot of glare there, isn't it? So now I have Pale Papaya and my Pale Papaya sponge dauber, and I'm just going to add some of this. Hopefully you don't really see it on the stamp, but hopefully it's adding just to give it an orange tinge at the top. We'll see. I have not tried this, but you know, in theory it should work. We'll see what we get. Ready for the big reveal? Here we go. Ta-da! Oh, look, we do. It almost looks like we have something almost greenish in there. I don't know what that is. There is no green on the stamp. Never has been. But anyway, it is Sunny Sky. Okay. And then I have Pear Pizzazz for the next layer. Well, here's Pear Pizzazz. And again, I'm just going to put this right up to the sky. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in Crumb Cake once again for the bottom. Which is here. There we go. And I might just add a little more crumb cake. So I'm sort of matching up the right bottom and sort of straightening this, just so it's a little more square. It is nice on the angle, but I just wanted a little more ground on this side. And then, for something completely different, I am going to bring in, I have Grassy Grove. And so I have the trees and I have our deer. This is Memento Black. I also pulled out Early Espresso. Maybe we'll use Early Espresso and just keep everything dark brown. So I was going to do the deer. Early Espresso. We'll see what we get. I have not done this, so I'm going to put him down about here. He's very dark. Okay, so that's good. That'll work then for the trees that I was going to put up, right up on the horizon. Maybe even off a little. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. And you know what? I almost missed there, but I think we're okay. And then I think what we want to do is perhaps add a little bit of this. So going back to the original card, this little grass, this guy, just add in some of him just for accents on here. What do we think? Does it work? I think it works. And then what do we do for... So then I have, I had pale papaya that I was thinking this would go on. And I brought pear pizzazz. Oh, yes, perhaps that. I also brought soft sea foam, but I don't think so. I think it's more this. So, for the sentiment, maybe pear pizzazz. Should we try pear pizzazz? You know, nothing like live TV to get you trying to figure out what to do and all the rest of it. Apparently I didn't clean that one, so we don't want Starry Sky in our pear pizzazz ink. That wouldn't work well. Okay, so we'll do just a note again, and this time I'm going to go over to this side because I have a little more at the bottom on this one. I hope that's straight because my cardstock is sitting on a terrible angle. Yeah, and that is as well. So, guess what? This is where I thought I got out some strips, some backup strips of cardstock, because I think this is this is too skinny. I wanted a little bit wider. I did take some out of the box and put them, over here. Got them. Okay. So we're going to try this one more time on with the cardstock straight. See what I can do. Okay. And maybe I'm going to go into the middle a little bit. This is maybe too wide now. It's not very straight. Try that again. Am I even in the camera? Sorry, I'm probably not even in the camera, am I? Okay, I'm messing up here. There. Okay, that is straight. And now it's just a case of what do we want to do? Do we go right across the bottom with the whole thing? Do I cut it out? Make it, fake it till I make it? Maybe I could fussy cut it. Do you think? I don't know. We're gonna do this. We're gonna give it a shot, and then because I'm hoping then that it will be large enough to cover up where it was, but then it'll still look. It won't look. People are gonna know she messed up the first one, but that's okay. I don't have anything here for layering this sentiment. So anyway, you know, it's live, so we're just kind of going with it, right? Let's see what we get. I'm not even positive that this will fix it, but if I do that, I could put that on there. I could pop it up. It will hide it, and hopefully people won't really notice. If you look straight down at the card, you won't notice. How's that? Okay, let's finish this guy off quickly. Everything out of the way. Nothing's breaking. It's just me dumping stuff off of my trimmer because, yeah. So for this, I think I have lots of I have lots of cardstock? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to do a wider, I want wider with this and narrow with this? Yes, I think so. Okay. I'm going to cut it that way, and then if we decide it doesn't work, can always trim it shorter. What happened there? Nothing happened there. Oh, I had a piece of cardstock stuck in the bottom of it. No wonder it doesn't cut. Okay, 5 and that much. Okay, so do that, and now I should be able to just use tape runner on this, which will be quicker than than the glue, the liquid glue, perhaps. This down onto here. Doesn't look like that wide a border, but it's I think it will leave a more narrow border here, and here I may need liquid glue. Let's just see what we have. Yes, this is snug, so I'm going to use the liquid glue here, and I think I have a whole bunch of open bottles of glue because I had taken some to a class that I did last Saturday, and then I was doing some crafting at my daughter's, finishing off her shower invitations, and so I had a number of bottles of glue on the go. And some of them are getting towards the bottom. Let's push that down a tiny bit. Up. There we go. Okay. We're good for glue. And then I think we are going to pop this up with a couple dimensionals. And hopefully no one will notice that I messed up. Now I just have to get this straight. There, that's straight. Okay, I think that works. And then some gems. What do we want for some gems? I used iridescent pearls on this one. They're quite lovely. Maybe we'll just go with those, eh? When you're tight for time, go with what you know. And these, because I have a little different placement for my sentiment, we'll just kind of plunk these on. Whoops, not quite there. I don't want that. Let's just bring him. Now he's sticking. Maybe down just a little bit. Just a titch or a beanie bit. There we go. Okay, so you know what? That works. That I think that looks okay. So there you have it. There are the two cards. This guy just needs to get finished off. I need to push those up a little bit. So thank you for joining me today. I'm going to move this out and down. Actually, I could do this, couldn't I? If you have not subscribed to my mailing list, I invite you to go over to greatstampingwithconnie.com, and you will be able to sign up for my mailing list there, and that way you can stay in touch with me and see all the crafting events that I have planned and what's going on in the craft studio. So, thank you for being here. I hope you have an awesome afternoon, and maybe think about making some beautiful scenery cards of your own. Take care, everyone. We'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now.